Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to get into some new projects. These are Tapmatic tapping heads. It's a pretty big one, 70X. It'll handle from a number 10 to a 5/8 11 tap. And this is a pretty small one. Goes from a number 4 to a 1/4 inch. I know this one works. I'm not too sure about this one. But what I'm going to do with them is, I hope to anyway, is this old 1930, I think it's like the early 1930s Delta Slo-Speed drill press. It's a floor model. I've had it probably for, I don't know, 20 years. Just been sitting in a shed. What I want to do is make a permanent tapping machine. I don't do that much tapping, but I have these, I have this, and I need a project. So this is where I'm going here. Take a look at this here drill press. Delta Slo-Speed. I'm going to have to look that up. A lot of people say, depending on what this belt guard looks like, some of them have emblems up here. Them are from the 40s and 50s. That's what makes me think this is really early. This is an add-on, the new electric, and the motor. That looks like a wash machine or a blower motor, but that's okay, as long as it runs. I'm sure it runs too fast, but we'll take care of that. It's in pretty bad shape. Hasn't run for 20 years, and before that, I remember the shop it was in, they were running production with it. And this was just a chamfering machine. They had a countersink in the chuck. There's a lot of things I want to do with it. I'll show you some more of this stuff in a little bit. But there's some business I have to take care of first, and that would be another sticker for the sticker board. This sticker, I'll give you a close-up in a minute, is from Michael, and his channel is Ferro Iron and Customs. The guy builds some out-of-this-world rat rods, hot rods, custom cars. He does a lot of sheet metal. He does a lot of welding. The guy's a fantastic welder. I never seen anybody that could weld sheet metal that nice without burning through it. Don't ask me to do that. I can't weld. But I plan on trying it. I have a welder. But I told Michael if he'd like to swap stickers, I'll take his, put it right up on the board. It'll be sticker number 4. Let's get over to the board and do that. This is an awesome sticker. Again, not like mine. And this is sticker number 4. Michael, I'm going to put it right up here on top on the right. Thank you, Michael, for swapping stickers with me. I really appreciate it, and I'm honored to have you on my board. Now, let's get back to what I was talking about on the drill press. There you go, Michael. It's up on the board. I saw your video the other day when you were putting mine on your cabinet board, sticker board. Anyway, okay, where were we? Like I said, I want to turn this old Delta drill press into a tapping machine. I don't know what tapping head I'm going to use. Maybe I'll have them interchangeable. One of the things I'm going to have to do for this little tapping head, there are some small collets. And I have 3 of them. They're all the same. And I have one that's a little smaller, but it's all busted up. So I'm going to have to make some of my own. You could buy them, but I'm not spending that much money. Not when I have a shop where I could make my own. I have made them at places I worked for special taps and stuff. And I made them out of aluminum and just put splits in them so that it would collapse and grab the tap. And it worked just fine. On the larger one, I have 5 different sizes. I don't know what sizes they are offhand, but they certainly don't go up to 5/8. Anyway, that's one of the things I'm going to do, is check out how these work. Speeds. It says slow speed, but I really doubt that it's as slow as I want it. But the first thing I want to do is start tearing this thing apart just to investigate. I will check the bearings. I don't doubt that I need new bearings. And one of the things I wanted to do is I want to get rid of the chuck. It appears as though it's pinned on there. I want to get rid of the chuck and have somewhat of a direct drive instead of everything hanging and hanging. This clamps that and that clamps the next thing. But the spring is gone, or it may just be off of there. I have to check that out. I think the first thing I'm going to do is take this here off the belt guard. I really doubt that I'm going to take this whole thing apart, clean it up, and put it together in this video. I just basically want to look behind it. That casting is broke. I don't know if you can see that. Should look like this. The ear missing here. It's full of ground down belt material. I remember where I got this. I was working in this shop I was a shop manager, but when they sold, wow, that's weird. When they sold the place, they were getting rid of a lot of machinery. They literally took this and threw it in the dumpster. I drug it out. This is too nice of an old machine to just throw away. But anyway, it looks like the shaft is bent on that. Did you see that? Wobbling around. That could be a bent shaft. It could be a loose pulley. I think it's a loose pulley. I don't think the motor shaft is the same size as the pulley ID. There is one thing I wanted to show everybody. This here. When I'm fixing all these pulleys. This goes in between these two pulleys, sets of pulleys, and you actually can create twice as many speeds. I have to calculate what they are, but one of the things I'm going to have to do is some lathe work inside this pipe. I'm going to have to make some kind of plug that this little shaft goes into. That's where the plug would go, so this shaft can go in there to adjust the different pulley lengths. But that's something else I'm going to have to work out to put on here. There's no key in there. I'd actually like to get this head off of here. Let's see. Well, that's a pretty big nut there. $8.75, 7/8 of an inch. Let me move this. I don't want to bust this thing again. So bust it up enough. You know, I might just put another motor on there. I believe I have one from an air compressor I had, 1 horsepower. At least it's not frozen on there. Well, it wasn't. All right. I'd like to get this whole thing on the table and start taking it apart. Take some pictures of it as I'm taking it apart, so I know what I'm doing when I'm putting it back together. Whew! Let's clean up that table a little bit. I just fell off. The hell was holding it on? I think just the belt tension was holding this thing on. And this thing is all wallowed out. ID. I'm going to probably have to get a new one or sleeve this thing. That might be a project. See if I could sleeve it. That motor shaft is kind of worn out for sure. You know, one of the things, this is pretty interesting. Seems to be a double key in this thing. The small pulley had no keys. It didn't fit the shaft, and this has a double key. The bearing don't feel bad. I don't know what this is all about. I'll have to look into that. There's a lot of different things on here. I'm going to have to take a lot of pictures, a lot of photos. I'm not one that just likes to start tearing stuff apart. I like to put a plan together. So I think we're going to stop here. I have to look for a new pulley or find some material to bush it. I have to investigate this. But I think this is as far as I'm going to go in this video with tearing this thing apart. But there's a few things that I want to say before I wrap this video up. And that is, I'd like to thank all the people who subscribe to me, to my channel. And I'd also like to thank the people that leave a comment. I like to hear from people what they think about my project or which way they think I should go with it. I'd also want to tell people that if they have a sticker that they would like to see on my board, I'd be glad to swap stickers with them. Go to my channel, and you should be able to find my contact info. Send me an email, and we'll put something together. But I think this video is a wrap. So I'm going to have to say, until next time, enjoy.